The ChangePath platform is an end-to-end wealth management solution that encompasses all aspects of the advisory lifecycle. When a user first logs into the platform, they land on a dashboard where information is pulled in from different aspects of the website. The platform incorporates a proposal generation tool, prospecting, portfolio implementation, reconciliation, reporting, rebalancing, and a CRM that's overlaid on top of the entire platform. From the dashboard, we'll move into our contacts section where we will create a new prospect. Clicking on prospects takes us to a list of all prospects within the platform. To create a new prospect, we simply click the Create New Prospect button. All that's required of a new prospect is a first name and last name. Other information can be entered to be used for CRM searches later on, but it's not required. A user will scroll to the bottom, agree to the terms, and click on the Create Prospect button. Once created, we click the OK and are taken to a brand new page for Marty Prospect, who now lives within our system. Included in a page for Marty Prospect is a CRM tailored just for him. We can create CRM items by clicking on the Create dropdown and creating a calendar item, creating a new task, or even logging an activity. From here, the next step a user will take typically is to create a proposal for Marty Prospect in our system. Click on the Settings and Actions dropdown and then click on Generate Proposal. Questionnaires are already built into the system, and we can select one to take the questionnaire with either a client right in front of us, or the client can take this questionnaire before meeting in an office. Once selected, we're taken to a free-form screen where we enter in our answers. The ChangePath questionnaire is trying to address several things. We're trying to find out as much information about the client as we possibly can, including their risk tolerance, including their investment time horizon. We would like to figure out their employment status, liquid net worth, approximate net worth, income, and also age. We then move on to the behavioral finance questions. In this section, we ask the same question several different ways and see how consistently the client will answer. Once complete, we select the Continue button at the bottom right-hand corner of our screen. At this point, the ChangePath platform is assigning a risk tolerance to our prospect. In this case, we've come back with a risk level of moderate, and that's our recommended asset allocation, as denoted by this green banner in the corner. But we can also move up or down the scale. In this case, we can move to moderately high or moderately low. With each asset allocation, we see the asset classes that will make up our overall portfolio. In this case, we'll select the recommended asset allocation, which is a moderate risk level. ChangePath does asset management several different ways. The first piece of how we implement portfolios is that we use ETFs as the core of our portfolios. ETFs are an extremely efficient vehicle to gain diversification, and so we use ETFs for a majority of our portfolio. The second way that we implement portfolios is that we use third-party money managers. Third-party money managers, in the traditional sense, have been hard to access for Main Street investors, and when accessible, they're extremely expensive. Through a concept that we call model delivery, those same managers that you could hire on an individual basis actually give us their models and they live on our platform. Because of the economies of scale that come with that, we can allow lower minimums to invest in a money manager and have fees that are significantly less than a direct to money manager relationship. The third way that we implement portfolios involves the fixed income asset class. What ChangePath does is that we implement around half of the fixed income portion with a fixed index annuity. On the right side of the screen here, you'll see the different options for how we can implement this portfolio. The first option is no annuity. This is going to be ETFs and money managers. The other options on the screen are how we will implement this portfolio with a fixed index annuity as a replacement for around half of the fixed income asset class. On the right side, we have generate buttons, and when selected, we can see a proposal with the exact allocation that we're looking for a specific client. We can view the format in either a PDF or Word. We can save it on the system, we can view it, and then we also can title it with a specific name. On the right side of the screen, we have an a la carte menu with the different sections in the proposal. We can click on or off of these to build a fully custom solution for our end client. By clicking Generate, the system will generate an on-the-fly proposal for an end client. The branding ABC Wealth Management goes away. This is your information here. This is your firm. And without all of the explanation, the process to create a new prospect and generate proposal is something that takes between 60 and 120 seconds. Once complete, we click on the download button to review that proposal. By opening the proposal, we'll walk through a few different aspects of it. Your branding replaces ABC Wealth Management, and this is a document that's prepared for your prospect or for your client. We follow with a table of contents and an introduction into the proposal. From here, we talk about your firm. This is a section that's customized with an advisor's name, bio, information on their history, and philosophy. We then move into the overall proposed investment profile, where we show the client where they fit on the risk scale, and we talk about the efficient frontier. A great marketing page within the proposal is the diversification effect, historical portfolio behavior. On this slide, we've overlaid the hypothetical performance of our model into different asset classes over time. You can see over time where we fit in, and then you can see on an annualized basis how that turns out from 2002 through 2015. We then move into the actual asset allocation, where we explain to the client how they will be invested. And then we move to the individual security selection. So in this case, we can see the annuity listed here, just like any other asset class, followed by different ETFs. In this section, we look at the historical risk and return analysis of the ChangePath portfolios versus a Morningstar target bench metric and also the S&P 500. We look at these on a year-by-year basis and also using the growth of $1,000 over time. This section is followed by disclosures on the products that we've used, how we've built our portfolios, and of course disclosures with any insurance products that may be used in conjunction with this allocation. This is followed up by our questionnaire. Every single question that the client selected has been recorded and reflected in this section. Following the questionnaire, we have an investment policy statement. This is where we lay out everything that's been discussed, go through the roles and responsibilities both for the advisor and for the client. And finally, the advisor and the client will sign this and acknowledge that they understand what they're investing in and that they're ready to move forward with this portfolio. You'll note the barcode at the bottom, and this is an important piece of this entire process. What happens after the signatures are made is that we're going to go back to our platform and we're going to actually jump into a specific client. This isn't a prospect. This is actually somebody that has been a client. They've moved from that prospect page to the actual client phase. At this point, we click on the Settings and Actions dropdown and click on Upload Proposal, and we're going to search for that signed proposal that has the barcode on it and upload that. It's as simple as attaching a file to an email. The system will automatically recognize the barcode, but if it doesn't, you can click on the dropdown and select the actual proposal that was run for this client. We'd select an account to invest in. We'd either enter in a dollar amount or a percentage amount, add in any additional instructions, and then also have an automatic email that's generated and sent to our trading team, as well as anybody else you'd like to be notified. Once these fields are complete, we'd click on the upload button in the bottom right-hand corner, and the proposal is uploaded to the platform. At that point, the proposal is automatically saved within the platform, and the trading team at ChangePath is also notified to begin trading this portfolio. At this point, from the advisor standpoint, no more work needs to be done to get this invested, and the real work is handed off to the ChangePath team. Back to the John and Jane Doe household, we have our dashboard that lists our CRM items, our clients, which shows us which clients belong in this household. You'll see the Accounts tab, which is a summary of all accounts that have been aggregated into this household. And ChangePath aggregates in data several different ways. We pull in data from a connection with the major custodians. We will aggregate any outside accounts that exist with a web address, username, and password. And then we can also pull in information from alternative type investments like private equity, real estate, or hedge funds. The portfolios is where we list the actual portfolios that have been invested. If we had a ChangePath portfolio that was just invested, we would see it show up here as a portfolio with an inception date, a last rebalance date, and then also a return metric. And we can filter the return metric on any different time frame that we'd like to see. This page allows us to see the performance of all of our portfolios on an individual basis, and also the household returns on either a gross or net basis, where we can also change the time frame for the entire household. Our holdings tab is simply an extension of our accounts tab where we list out every holding within the household. Activities and notes is a summary of the CRM. And our documents tab, which is a bidirectional document vault that allows for clients and advisors to have a collaborative environment to share and store information. An important piece of our platform right now is that we're logged in as Bob Advisor. Bob is the advisor for John and Jane Doe. At the same time, John and Jane Doe will both get a username and password so that they can log into the system so that they can see their accounts, their portfolios, their holdings, and also their documents. In this spot, Bob Advisor can upload a newsletter for a client to read, or if you're logged in as John and Jane Doe, they could upload tax documents or estate documents if they were doing a plan with their advisor. Because this system's cloud-based, it's available 24/7, 365. Details is where we store our CRM information, and then customer activity is where we keep a breadcrumb trail for how often this client is actually logging into the system to see their information. When they log in, log out, or add a document, all of this is recorded for the advisor to see. Part of what the ChangePath platform encompasses is the back office, and we operate as an outsourced back office for you and your firm. ChangePath does all of the fee billing for advisors and for investment managers, and we do the quarterly reporting. Another concept that we have is an on-the-fly report. On-the-fly reports are generated clicking the Settings and Actions dropdown and clicking the Reports button. Here, we're able to run holdings reports, any type of transaction reports you'd like to see, performance reports, both with as-of timeframes and date-to-date timeframes with custom fields, and then also cost basis reports as well. Our reports can be run at the household level, where if we run a holdings report, it would show us every holding in the entire household, or we can jump to a specific account where we can run the same type of reports just at the account level. And then we also operate our report system on the portfolios level. You can also jump into a specific portfolio to run reports for that portfolio, as opposed to the household or the account level. We hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of the ChangePath platform. When we set out to build this, we really wanted to build a fully encompassing, single sign-on, single vendor solution that touches every aspect of the wealth management lifecycle. If you have any further questions or you'd like a follow-up, please visit us at changepath.com.